Your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. It is only if you give up that failure is permanent. I always say marriage is an ancient institution. You can't live it with modern rules. And it's a very simple message. I've called it 8 keys to increase. 8 keys to increase. And I'm just going to be sharing 8 tips with you this morning as to how we can tap into or enter into the increase, that God has for us. So the first step is for us to determine or to pick what it is that God is trying to say to us personally about increase. So I want to leave you with this question on this tip. Have you recognized God's indications of your path to increase? If you're taking notes, just put that down. And I want you to go home and think about it. Have I recognized the indications that God has been giving me about my path to increase? Number 2 thing, if we want to increase, is that we have to believe God. It's one thing for God to speak to you, but will you believe it? So I want to ask you as we move on to the next point, have you believed what God has said to you about your next level? Have you believed it? Because until you believe it, I'm sorry to say, you can't attain it. And then the third point is you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. Sometimes you can believe God, but you also need to believe in yourself. Because God can't do much with you if you don't believe that God can do much with you. Shall I say that again? God can't do much with you if you don't believe that God can do much with you. Number 4, start small. Be prepared to start small and slow. Number 5, start ASAP. Like yesterday. Habakkuk 2:2. He says, write the vision and make it plain that he who reads it may run. You don't walk towards a vision. You run towards a vision. So question for this topic is, have you started on what God has spoken to you about? Have you taken any steps on the things that God has spoken to you about? You need to start ASAP. Okay? Number 6, you need to acquire the skills for increase. It's not favor alone that brings increase. You have to be skilled. And when you read the Bible, you read about people like Ezra 7:6. The Bible says he was a skilled scribe. You read about Daniel. It says he was more knowledgeable than all the king's magicians. You read about Joseph. He was a master dream interpreter and manager. So I think there is something that as people of God, it's really, really important for us to get. Number 7, don't faint in the middle. Don't faint in the middle. If there's one point I want you to have is this. You see, the middle is very important to increase in anything. The middle. Tenacity is required for increase. The beginning of a thing is easy. How many of you have gone to weddings? Oh, yes. The beginning of things are easy and the beginning of things are sweet. The beginning of things is easy and the end of things is sweet. Those of you who have been studying, when you get your certificate, it's sweet. But the middle. The nights of studying. The nights of working out the marital issues. The nights of working out over budget. Number 8, the necessity of faith. You can only see increase if you have faith. James 1:7, verse 8. It says, James 1, verses 7 to 8. It says, don't let anybody that does not have faith think that they can receive anything from God. It said such a person is a double-minded man and is driven to and fro by the wind. It means you are not stable. You change your mind often. You give the landlord notice and then you withdraw it. God doesn't know what you're doing.